Valmiki Ramayana, Ayodhya Kanda, Book number 2, Sarga 65, Roman numerals, LXV 65. The Women's Lament. And and now the night had passed away, and brightly dawned another day. The minstrels trained to play and sing flocked to the chamber of the king. Bards who their gayest raiment wore, and heralds famed for ancient lore, and singers with their songs of praise made music in their several ways. There as they poured their blessings choice, and hailed their king with hand and voice, their praises with a swelling roar echoed through court and corridor. Then, as the bards his glory sang, from beaten palms loud answer rang, as glad applauders clapped their hands and told his deeds in distant lands. The swelling concert woke a throng of sleeping birds to life and song, some in the branches of the trees, some caged in halls and galleries. Nor was the soft string music mute, the gentle whisper of the lute, and blessings sung by singers skilled, the palace of the monarch filled. Eunuchs and dames of life unstained, each in the arts of waiting trained, drew near attentive as before, and crowded to the chamber door. These skilful when and how to shed the lustral stream o'er limb and head. Others with golden ewers stood, of water stained with sandalwood. And many a maid, pure, young, and fair, her load of early offerings bare, cups of the flood which all revere, and sacred things, and toilet gear. Each several thing was duly brought, as a rule of old observance thought, and lucky signs on each impressed, stamped it the fairest and the best. There anxious in their long array, all waited till the shine of day. But when the king nor rose nor spoke, doubt and alarm within them woke. Forthwith the dames by duty led, attendants on the monarch's bed, within the royal chamber pressed, to wake their master from his rest. Skilled in the lore of dreaming, they first touched the bed on which he lay. But none replied, no sound was heard, nor hand, nor head, nor body stirred. They trembled, and their dread increased, fearing his breath of life had ceased, and bending low, their heads they shook, like the tall reeds that fringe the brook. In doubt and terror, down they knelt, looked on his face, his cold hand felt. And then the gloomy truth appeared, of all their hearts had darkly feared. Kaushalya and Sumitra, worn, with weeping for their sons forlorn, woke not, but lay in slumber deep, and still as death's unending sleep. Bowed down by grief, her color fled, her wonted luster dull and dead. Kaushalya shone not like a star, obscured behind a cloudy bar. Beside the king's her couch was spread, and next was Queen Sumitra's bed, who shone no more with beauty's glow, her face bedewed with tears of woe. There lapped in sleep each wearied queen, there as in sleep the king was seen. And swift the troubling thought came o'er their spirits that he breathed no more. At once with wailing loud and high, the matrons shrieked a bitter cry, as widowed elephants bewail their dead lord in the woody vale. At the loud shriek that round them rang, Kaushalya and Sumitra sprang, awakened from their beds with eyes wide open in their first surprise. Quick to the monarch's side they came, and saw and touched his lifeless frame. One cry, O husband, forth they sent, and prostrate to the ground they went. The king of Kosala's daughter there, wreathed with the dust on limb and hair, lusterless as a star might lie, hurled downward from the glorious sky. When the king's voice in death was stilled, the women who the chamber filled saw like a widow elephant slain, Kaushalya prostrate in her pain. Then all the monarch's ladies led, by Queen Kaikeyi at their head, poured forth their tears, and weeping so, sank on the ground consumed by woe. The cry of grief so long and loud went up from all the royal crowd, that doubled by the matron train, it made the palace ring again. Filled with dark fear and eager eyes, anxiety and wild surmise, echoing with the cries of grief of sorrowing friends who mourned their chief. Dejected, pale with deep distress, hurled from their hate, hurled from their height of happiness. Such was the look the palace wore, where lay the king who breathed no more. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful description. Footnotes 173:1 Kaushalya, daughter of the king of another Kaushalya. Wow. So everybody finally found out that king is dead. King Dasharatha finally left his body and went to heaven. And everybody is lamenting in the palace. Amazing, amazing description. They were all trained how to do different duties in the palace of the king. Amazing description how everybody was trained in a particular service back then during the divine monarchy, when the virtuous men and women, queens and kings, were in charge of human society. Nowadays, the society is in charge by very sinful, vicious, full of vice people who eat cows in a globalist, satanic cow slaughter industry, McDonald's and Burger King. And that's why everybody is sinful, and that's why we have so many wars and problems. Crime, lying, cheating, deceiving, politics. So the only way to counteract this Kali Yuga is by remembering the pastimes of God. When He descends to this earth, when He Himself walks this earth, then that's the real utilization of our power to think and meditate on the pastimes, of the true, transcendental, original pastimes of God, Rama. Instead of thinking about what some wrinkle-faced politician is doing. And politics is the main religion in Kali Yuga. Everybody is thinking and talking about culture wars, politics, the wars all around the world, and this kind of thinking is gonna take everybody straight to hell, for sure, no doubt. And the only way we can save the situation, if the humanity has the opportunity to be thinking about these pastimes of God, Ramayana. Jai Shri Ram, Hail Ram, Roma Victa. Ciao.